Fishermen catching hundreds of tons of mantis shrimp and anchovies every day are a vibrant image of people attached to the sea. They are not only hard-working workers but also silent heroes contributing to maintaining and developing the fisheries industry, one of the important economic pillars of the country. Every early morning, before the sun rises, large fishing boats have begun to leave the port. The bright yellow lights on the boats illuminate the entire sea, signaling a new day of hopeful work. Fishermen carefully prepare each device, from trawl nets, purse sends to modern positioning devices, with advanced radar systems and fish finders. They can accurately determine the location of large schools of mantis shrimp and anchovies moving. Once the nets are dropped into the sea, the whole boat becomes lively. The shouts, the sound of machinery and the sound of waves blend together, creating a vibrant work music. The first nets often bring indescribable joy when pulling up tons of fish. Small anchovies sparkling with silver, or healthy mantis fish, still wagging their tails strongly. However, not every day goes smoothly. Sometimes the weather suddenly changes. The big waves make the work dangerous. Those strong men still persevere at sea, because they understand that each catch not only brings income to the family but also the pride of the whole fishing village. After long days at sea, the boats full of fish dock. The scene at the fishing port is bustling with hundreds of people working continuously. Refrigerated trucks are waiting to transport the fish to processing plants. Here, the fish are carefully classified according to size and quality. The best fish will be prioritized for export products, such as frozen anchovies or canned mantis fish. The rest are processed to make fish sauce, dried fish or fish meal, serving domestic needs. Entering the processing plant, we can easily feel the modern and professional working process. Each stage is carried out on an automated line, from cleaning, cutting off the head, to processing with quick freezing technology to preserve the freshness. Each finished product is carefully inspected, ensuring that it meets the strict standards of the international market. Not only is it a key economic sector, fishing and fish processing also creates thousands of jobs for local workers. Women often take on roles at the factory, from sorting fish to packaging products. They share that, although the work requires meticulousness and high intensity, the feeling of contributing to products of great value makes them proud. The seafood industry not only contributes to economic development but also brings great social values. It helps improve the lives of coastal people, reduce poverty and promote community development. However, the industry also faces many challenges, from international competitive pressure to the issue of protecting aquatic resources. Therefore, the application of modern technology and sustainable exploitation measures is necessary for the seafood industry to continue to develop in the long term. Looking at the products from mantis shrimp and anchovies on the dining table, few people think that behind them are stories full of sweat and effort of many people. From the hard-working fishermen, the hard-working factory workers to the managers who always find ways to bring the products far. All have together created a solid value chain, contributing significantly to the prosperity of the country. The lesson from the catch of fish does not stop at hard work, but also in the spirit of solidarity and the will to overcome all challenges. That is the beautiful image of those working at sea, people who always carry within them the belief in a brighter tomorrow. Not only for them but also for the entire seafood industry of our country. Stories about fishermen and the seafood industry also contain many valuable lessons about perseverance and innovation. To maintain the output of hundreds of tons of manta and anchovies every day, not only the diligence of fishermen is required, but also strong support from modern technology and sustainable development policies. In recent years, the fishing and fish processing industry has made great strides thanks to the application of advanced equipment and machinery. Today's fishing vessels no longer depend solely on human power as before. Automatic systems that support net collection and fish preservation right on board help minimize losses and keep products of the highest quality. At the same time, software for locating fish sources and accurate weather forecasting have helped fishermen optimize their fishing journeys, saving time and costs, not only stopping at the fishing stage. Fish processing factories are also changing strongly. Modern production lines have increased productivity many times over the previous manual methods. For example, automatic cutting machines can process thousands of fish per hour, while quick freezing technology helps preserve fish for long periods of time while still maintaining its original quality. Flavor and nutritional value. In addition, anchovy and mantis fish products are constantly being improved to suit the needs of domestic and international markets. Anchovy fish sauce, a traditional specialty, is now also produced according to modern processes but still retains its characteristic flavor. Delicious fish sauce bottles not only enrich the meals of millions of Vietnamese families but also become special gifts exported to demanding markets such as Japan, Korea, and Europe. Along with that, dried fish, seasoned fish or frozen fish from mantis fish are also popular thanks to their high quality and rich nutritional value. However, along with the achievements, the fisheries industry also faces major problems. One of the most serious challenges is the risk of depleting aquatic resources. Overexploitation for many years has caused mantis and anchovy stocks in some areas to decline significantly. This not only affects output but also threatens the livelihoods of thousands of fishermen. To address this issue, close coordination between management agencies, fishermen, and processing enterprises is needed. Measures such as regulating fishing hours, limiting the use of small nets, and protecting the marine environment need to be strictly implemented. At the same time, research and development of artificial anchovy and mangrove farming methods is also a potential direction, contributing to reducing pressure on natural fish resources. In addition, raising awareness of marine environmental protection is also an urgent task. Fishermen are not only exploiters but also protectors of the ocean. They need to be equipped with knowledge and skills to minimize negative impacts on the marine ecosystem. For example, collecting plastic waste at sea, not dumping indiscriminately, or using environmentally friendly fishing methods are all practical actions. Vietnam's seafood industry is not only a story of ships going out to sea or bustling factories, but also a symbol of perseverance and aspiration for development. The sweat on the sea, the hard-working hands in the factory have created great value not only in terms of economy but also in terms of national spirit. In the future, if we know how to make good use of opportunities from technology, international trade, and sustainable development policies, the seafood industry will continue to expand further. Products from mantis fish and anchovies not only enrich coastal people but also bring reputation to Vietnam on the global seafood map. The image of boats full of fish. The bright smiles on the faces of fishermen when returning to shore are the clearest proof of the strength of human labor and will. From distant seas, catchers of fish have become hope, pride, and even dreams of a brighter future for an entire industry. And to make that dream last forever. Each of us needs to contribute to protecting and preserving the marine environment, the source of all values. The life of fishermen is not only limited to trips out to sea but is also closely linked to the culture, customs and practices of coastal fishing villages. Stories told around the fire about stormy days or moments of victory when pulling up nets full of fish are the connecting thread between generations of fishermen. In many fishing villages, fishing is not only a source of income but also a family tradition. Passed down from generation to generation. Mr. Nguyen Van Phan, a fisherman with more than 30 years of experience in the central coastal region, shared, "I followed my father to sea when I was 15 years old. The sea is where I grew up, where I learned how to face difficulties and appreciate the value of labor." Stories like Mr. Phan's are not rare. They reflect a beautiful but also challenging reality. When the big waves come, fishermen are always ready to face them, not only for food and clothing but also because of their love for the ocean. They understand that the ocean is not only a source of life, but also a companion that needs to be protected and preserved. In addition to stories from fishermen, the development of the seafood industry is also associated with the silent contributions of scientists and technology engineers. They research ways to preserve aquatic resources, improve processing processes and create new products to meet market demand. Thanks to that, mantis fish and anchovies, small fish species but rich in nutritional value, have become valuable ingredients, not only serving daily meals but also being processed into high-end products such as omega-3 fish oil capsules, functional foods and raw materials for animal feed production. The international market is also increasingly expanding for Vietnamese seafood products. Large orders from Europe, the US and Japan are proof of the superior quality of products made from mantis shrimp and anchovies. However, to maintain its reputation in the international market, the seafood industry needs to constantly improve quality standards and at the same time implement strict environmental protection regulations. For fishermen, each trip to sea is not only a journey to make a living but also an adventure full of expectations. They always cherish the desire for full nets, calm sea days, but at the same time, they are also ready to face difficulties and risks. From unexpected storms to long days without finding fish. It is this resilience that has created the image of Vietnamese fishermen as strong, undaunted by nature. The story of mantis fish, anchovies and people working at sea is also a reminder of the importance of sustainability. To keep schools of fish swimming in the clear blue water, so that future generations can continue the tradition of going to sea. We need to build a long-term development strategy, balancing exploitation and protection. In the context of globalization, the Vietnamese seafood industry is facing great opportunities and challenges. Products from the sea, whether simple like dried anchovies or high-end like omega-3 fish oil, all carry great cultural and economic value, if we know how to promote our strengths. Take advantage of opportunities and overcome challenges. The seafood industry will not only bring economic benefits but also contribute to building the image of a dynamic and sustainable Vietnam in the international arena. And so, day after day, fishermen still go out to sea, factories are still lit up, and products from mantis fish and anchovies still reach far and wide around the world. All thanks to the love of the profession, the tireless efforts of people attached to the sea, people who always believe that a bright future will be built from their own hands and minds. Closing the story of the ships full of fish, it is impossible not to mention the role of the community and those who stand behind to support the seafood industry. They are the operators of fishing ports, the on-site traders, and the investors who are constantly researching and improving technology. It is the solidarity and cooperation of the whole society that has created the strength to help the Vietnamese seafood industry increasingly affirm its position. The fishing port is the starting and ending point of the fishing journey. This is not only a place for trading, but also the center of bustling activities. Every early morning, the sight of hundreds of large and small boats docking, carrying tons of fresh fish, creates a vivid and vibrant picture. The calls to each other, the bright smiles on the faces of fishermen when they sell a large catch of fish are unforgettable images for anyone who has ever visited. After being purchased at the port, the mantis and anchovies are quickly brought to processing factories. Here, the team of workers works continuously to ensure that the products retain maximum freshness. Each stage, from cleaning, sorting, to packaging, is carefully carried out, strictly following food hygiene and safety standards. These products are then distributed throughout the country and exported to the world. Success stories from processing factories are also a testament to creativity and innovation. A business in the South has developed a process to process anchovies into high-quality animal feed, helping to increase the value of this small fish species. Or a factory in the Central region is famous for its dried anchovy export products, which are especially loved by consumers in Japan. Not only stopping at economic value, the seafood industry also carries within it profound human values. Fishermen, although coming from many different backgrounds, all share the same aspiration to rise up and improve their lives. Thanks to the fishing industry. Many families have escaped poverty. Their children have been able to go to school, and the fishing village has become more prosperous. In addition, the seafood industry also creates employment opportunities for millions of people, from factory workers to transport drivers and sales staff. They are the key link that helps the industry operate smoothly and develop continuously. However, to maintain sustainable development, the seafood industry needs to constantly innovate and face new challenges. Climate change, marine pollution, and fierce competition in the international market are issues that cannot be ignored. However, with a resilient spirit and determination, the seafood industry can completely overcome these challenges and continue to write success stories. Looking to the future, we can envision an optimistic picture for the Vietnamese seafood industry. These are more modern ships, factories that meet international standards, and seafood products that not only meet domestic demand but are also favored by consumers around the world. It is also the image of fishermen who always smile, proud of their contribution. To the development of the country, and for a better tomorrow for future generations. Finally, the story of mantis fish and anchovies is not simply a story about output or profit, but also a story about people, about the aspiration to rise from the sea. Catches of fish not only bring material value, but also contains spiritual values, connects the community and affirms the strong will of the children of Vietnam.